Hello and welcome to It Means Everything, presented by Erwin Mitchell.
Just behind him. Smith comes to this left-hand side. Here he is, Sleightholme, chip through, Sleightholme!
Today we're in Northamptonshire at Northampton Old Scouts Rugby Club, where Ollie Sleightholme crafted his speed and ability and rose up through the ranks on these pitches here.
I think I came down a little bit later than most, sort of 7 or 8 years old. I wasn't ever really pushed into it by Dad. It was a friend that asked me to come down and come with him, and I liked the idea of it. I came down and then just sort of fell in love and was here every weekend from that point onwards, really. Coming down here, it makes you fall in love with rugby. I think the people here and the environment here are it's just so welcoming that you can't come down and feel out of place.
Ollie, who's been involved with the Saints since he was 13 years old, needed only 15 seconds to score in his Gallagher Premiership debut back in 2018, and he's gone on to be a Premiership top try scorer and winner last season.
And then more speed from Sleightholme, good vision as well, into the in-goal area. What a finish! Grease lightning! Ollie Sleightholme!
The son of former England international John Sleightholme, who amassed 12 caps also on the wing, Ollie rose to the white shirt through the under-18s and under-20s and got his debut under Steve Borthwick out in New Zealand back in July in the first test against the All Blacks, and his second a week later. He'll be hoping to make a big impact off the bench today.
Little shimmy goes on the outside. This is what he does, and he's burnt Reese. Brilliant from the England replacement.
So we're here back where it all started to meet the people that played a part in Ollie's rugby story and to find out more about the club that inspired his journey.
Ollie was never made Ollie or forced Ollie to come and play rugby and follow in my footsteps. We were actually out with some friends of ours whose son was playing at Old Scouts in one of the older age groups. Ollie said at 7 years old, I want to go to rugby today, Dad. So I said, yeah, fine, absolutely, because I was always encouraging him to try all sorts of different sports when he was younger. So it all started then, really. He came down here one Sunday morning, got stuck into training and never really looked back.
I think Dad took a bit of a backward step sort of at the start and just sort of stayed away from it, and then once I got really involved with it and was playing, and sort of he came in and started coaching.
I've got a teaching and coaching background, so I guess it was obvious, but I didn't want to come down on day one and say, right, I'm coaching the team. From pretty much under 8s onwards, all the way through to Ollie at under 16s, and my other son Frankie all the way through to under 16s here as well. I coached 13 years of coaching down here.
How proud are you to sort of see Ollie in that white England shirt representing his country?
It's immensely proud. You know, I stand here, you know, as the chairman of the club, but it's you know, there's so many people within the club that do a lot of work, and to see someone like Ollie come through the mini junior section and then get to the pinnacle of where they want to be, it's an absolute testament to the hard work that he's put in as an individual, and also people have helped to nurture his journey. He was a standout player as a young kid. You know, you do see it. You know, all the kids that are on the pitch do, you know, they're there for a reason to enjoy the game. But Ollie just had that sort of X factor, and he was able to, you know, do something out of nothing, his pace, his determination. So I'm sure that came from his dad, or his dad will say that, I'm sure, yes. Yeah.
He was hard, he was a strong, hard bloke, and he always has been. He's quite a physical man. So for someone who spends a lot of time out wide, he'd like to get in the thick of it and be a massive part of it.
He's not changed at all. Obviously he's got bigger, stronger, faster, more mature as a player, but he's still got all the same attributes as he did when he was 15, 16 and at first team at school together. So yeah, it's great seeing him on the international level now, doing what he does.
And there was always like a sparkle about Ollie. He always had something about him. He was very fast. He had a good brain for the game. He knew what he was doing, and he put that into every game. And you could see when something didn't go right, he got quite frustrated, and which is good. It meant he improved on it and worked on it. But yeah, you could always see him even from a distance. It's like he's got something about him.
He was always determined, and we always had that inkling that he wanted to do rugby, and that's all he ever wanted to do. He just wanted to play. He didn't want to be on the sidelines, but he would always encourage his other team players when he wasn't able to play, to encourage them to play, so he did cheer on his team at all times. I've been proud ever since he started at Saints in the academy and then got to play for Saints, because I am a Saints fan and a ticket holder. But to see him put on the England shirt was just an honour for him to follow in his dad's footsteps. It's been, I think, must be lovely, and to see him as a dad now and see him grow and still go and do what he loves, which is the rugby. It's been an honour.
We're really proud of Ollie coming through the club, and he's followed in a long line of guys that have made it from here. There's Steve Thompson, Ben Cohen and lately Courtney Lawes, and they've all progressed from this small little club in Northampton.
I know you've seen multiple international players come through this club. How sort of inspiring is that to see players like that actually played on these pitches and are now representing their country?
Yes, it's definitely inspiring. I mean, especially for the young lads who are here today, mascots, if they can look up to an idol who's playing on the big stage, and he's been here as same age as those, running around on a Sunday morning. They've got someone to look up to who's been here and done it. It's massive for them.
It's extremely rare for a start. The most successful junior club to produce 4 England players, 3 Lions players. It's amazing. You can see the young kids in there asking about all the players every Sunday. They're in there pointing them out to the parents. I think it does really promote the club and what they can do. You know, we haven't got too flashy facilities. We are a decent rugby club, and we've produced that sort of player, and it's fantastic.
Jodie, you are the person that's like the glue of this club. You keep everything together and keep everything running. Tell me how you got involved and why you come here every weekend.
I'm a small cog in a big wheel, really, but I've just loved rugby. I've been coming down for 20 years now, although obviously only been involved really for the last 6 months as secretary. I just love it here. It's like a big rugby family.
What is it about this club that's so special?
Well, obviously we're slap bang in the middle of a big community. I just think the Old Scouts makes a real effort in that. It's not about having the shiniest clubhouse or the biggest sponsors. It's about making sure that we serve our members really well.
I love coming here on a Sunday and playing rugby because it feels like a big family. It's just special to be here for me.
I just like tackling people, passing with my friends, having fun, just having a laugh with my friends most of all.
What is it about this club that's so special that keeps you coming here every weekend?
I think it's been wonderful to see how the club has evolved over the years, with everybody is equal here, nobody's any different, and I think it's just that everybody mucks in and everybody treats each other really well, friendly, and that's why I keep coming every time, so yeah.
I came here every Sunday. It became just, like I said, a second home. I was here with all my best mates. It was a great escape from school, from family, just come be with my mates, play some rugby, whether it be training or games, whether we go away or play at home, and it was like one big family, essentially. Yeah, you all become best mates, best buds, and it was just never a bad time coming down here and being with everyone.
There are a lot of rugby clubs in a close-knit area. How do the Old Scouts kind of stand out and differentiate from other clubs?
It's difficult to say. You know, we've got a thriving mini junior section. You know, we've got 350 kids down here on a Sunday morning, and then we've got, you know, a good senior setup at the same time. The important thing is that because Northampton's got such a hotbed of rugby, it's good to see all the clubs around the town working hard, working with each other, as well as, you know, wanting to be the best amongst them all, you know. And our aim is to have players down here on a Sunday morning, mini juniors, and then to bring them through the system to play first team rugby. And then the odd one spurts through to become, you know, something special like Ollie has done, and a few others, thankfully, that have come through the system.
Look, it's a very special club. I think the history of the players that have come through it, but I think more importantly for me, if you really want a kind of rugby shot in the arm, come down on a Sunday morning to see all the minis and the juniors training. It's a hive of activity. I've been down here many Sunday mornings, and then afterwards as well, the social side of the game, which is the reason why most of us start playing the game, is the friends that we meet and the people that we meet during playing the game. It's a game for everyone. The old cliche says that. It's absolutely true. People from all walks of life and shapes and sizes play this game, and I think it's the greatest team game in the world. And it's a while since I've been back down to Old Scouts, but there's a lot of memories come flooding back when I come down here. There's all the games we played, all the, you know, catching up with everybody after a game on a Sunday, and hot dogs and a pint after a game. It was, we had a lot of special memories, and it's where really the love of the game starts for most people, and it's great to come back here many years later and to celebrate that.
A massive thank you to everyone here at Northampton Old Scouts. I wouldn't be where I am without the people and the club, and they've left a massive impression on me as a person. And yeah, I hope they go well this year. Good luck to everyone, good luck to all the age groups, all the teams and all the coaches, and we'll see you soon.
This is a club that has a track record of producing recent international talent. In a proper rugby town where there's a real appetite for the game, Northampton Old Scouts pride themselves on being a home and a family for its community. From minis and juniors on a Sunday, the Colts and the senior teams, to the group of dedicated volunteers that keeps the cogs turning. This is a club that celebrates its senior players with as much pride as those who have donned the white shirts. For them, it means everything. Presented by Erwin Mitchell.
From Dombra.